I was so very grateful that Dr. Phil was so kind enough to offer Hannah's house to Stephanie. I visited Stephanie during Family Week and I was amazed by the progress she made. I saw my daughter, my real daughter, for the first time in over 15 years.
Hannah's house was so incredible, and I owe it to Dr. Phil.
After completing 90 days at Hannah's house, Stephanie left to go live at a sober house.
Sober living house was a nightmare. It was dirty, it was loud, the girls were rude. It was like a sorority house, and I'm sorry, but I'm too old for that. I hated it so much that I ended up checking into a hotel.
I was so upset and concerned about Stephanie. I packed up my belongings, I left the East Coast, and I just moved to Texas. In 2 days, I drove 1,800 miles.
My mom and I then moved into an apartment that she had rented.
Things just quickly fell apart. She was back to drinking a box of wine a day.
Steph, it's 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Are you drinking already?
Go away!
Drinking all night, falling down, and just, it was a complete horror show.
My mom thought I was drinking a lot, but she tends to exaggerate a lot. It was just a glass of wine here and there, just to take the edge off.
Whoever cries at a concert because they can't have a beer, tell me you didn't do that. Did you not cry at that concert?
Will you stop?
You did, right?
Stop!
One night, she urinated all over the bathroom floor, and on a separate night, she defecated in her bed. She almost set the house on fire because she passed out.
There was no fire. My mom is exaggerating.
Stephanie also started bringing random men home to the house, which scared me to death.
And of course, my mom never approves of anyone I date.
About a month ago, a man that Stephanie had been dating regularly called me up and said, I need to come and get her. Stephanie was completely hallucinating and talking to people that weren't there. I took her straight to the emergency room. And then she threatened to harm herself, so the hospital transported her to a mental health facility for 7 days. I thought I had seen it all, but boy, was I wrong.
As both Stephanie and Michelle were getting ready to come back to the show for more help, Stephanie suddenly got arrested and wound up in jail for a week. Here's what happened.
About a week ago, Stephanie walked in the door with 3 boxes of wine. I confronted Stephanie as soon as she walked in the door, and things just spiraled out of control.
She ripped the wine out of my hands and pushed me against the wall.
She came running at me from across the room, tackled me to the ground. She had got me down on the ground and started kicking at me, spitting at me, cursing at me, wishing I was dead. I grabbed the phone and called 911.
The police showed up. I was arrested for assault. I was handcuffed and I was taken to county jail. Jail in Texas is very different than the jail that I've been to on the East Coast. It was the worst 6 days of my life. They took all my clothes because they thought I was a threat to myself. I was in isolation. The food was horrible. I ate bread for 6 days. The corrections officers were rude and mean, and I was not getting any of my medications. I also had a seizure and received no medical attention.
I feel at this point I'm completely out of options and I don't know what to do anymore.
When my mom came to pick me up, she looked at me and said, "You're welcome. Aren't you thankful that I got you out?" I just stared at her. I told her if you weren't such a drama queen and had to call 911, I wouldn't have ended up in jail in the first place.